Hi, my name is Catherine Russ, and I'm part of Summer Research and Innovation Program for Research in Humanities. And I basically got to enjoy a bunch of field trips and cool readings for 3 weeks. I got to visit a bunch of museums like the Durham Museum of History. We went to the Greensboro International Civil Rights Museum. We went to the North Carolina Museum of Art and the Nasher Museum of Art in Durham. And we got to experience a bunch of cool different exhibits, and we also got to talk about our experiences with them. So this inspired me to basically think about my home county, which is Columbus County, and I thought about the museums we have there. So we have 2 recognized museums, and one of them is a science museum. So it's the Whiteville Museum of Natural Sciences, and they're really cool, but they have a bunch of science exhibits and nothing really covering Columbus County history. And then we have the Lake Waccamaw Train Depot Museum, which basically is just talking about the history of trains and how it basically helped the economy of Columbus County. And it doesn't really cover much history outside of that aspect of it. And I basically just thought about how so much history isn't included. And I wanted to hear more about Columbus County history, so I went to our Wikipedia page, as one does, to find accurate history, and I read up on it, and I realized that a bunch of Native American history wasn't included, and I even learned that my local newspaper won a Pulitzer Prize in the 50s or 60s for speaking out and denouncing the KKK, and actually helping a bunch of KKK members to be caught. So that was something I didn't know about. Like, my hometown, I didn't know about this. So I learned a bunch of new stuff about my home county, and I also got to think about all the places that we had been, and think about how these local community groups weren't being represented. So that led me to look at some North Carolinian Native American tribes websites, and I saw a bunch of different things. But one thing that stood out to me was they all documented their own history, and they all presented it to the public. It was available, but it still wasn't being included. And I know the curator for the Lake Waccamaw Depot Museum, and I actually know that there are plans in the future to include Native American history, but it still hasn't been done, and there hasn't been much action to change that. So I just thought it was interesting how these groups who are actively giving history to these people still aren't being represented, and that was basically what my research project was about. But I basically got to learn more about my home county. I got to get more time perfecting my own presentation skills, and I got to go to a bunch of cool places and get in for free. So I really enjoyed this program, and I'm very excited for y'all to experience it.